Hey everyone, Fran here from the 5 Minute Modeler. Have you noticed something strange happening in the model railroad world over the last year? I have, and it's left me scratching my head. In a hobby with hundreds of prototype locomotives to choose from, 5 major manufacturers have all released a new or retooled model of the EMD SD40-2 within a span of about a year. Kato, Intermountain, Broadway Limited, ScaleTrains, and even Bachmann. Why this sudden simultaneous release of the same locomotive? Let's dive into the why and the what. First, let's look at why this locomotive is so popular in the first place. The SD40-2 is one of the most prolific 6-axle locomotives ever built. Manufactured by Electromotive Division, or EMD, between 1972 and 1984, over 4,000 units rolled off the assembly line. These 3,000 horsepower workhorses became the backbone of freight operations for virtually every major North American railroad, from Union Pacific and Burlington Northern to Norfolk Southern and Canadian Pacific. If a railroad needed a heavy freight engine in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, they had SD40-2s. Because of this massive popularity, model versions have been around since the early 1980s from companies like Bachmann and Concor, but the models we're seeing now are a different animal entirely. Starting in 2024, the announcements just kept coming. Now, they aren't all the exact same model. Each manufacturer is trying to stand out by focusing on specific features. Kato is leveraging its existing solid tooling, but introducing new road numbers and popular modern historical paint schemes, ditch lights, aluminum number boards, DCC-friendly, and low flange wheels. Intermountain is focusing on prototype specificity with added details using premium ESU Loksound decoders to capture that authentic EMD rumble. They also have and are offering numerous paint schemes. Broadway Limited Imports has offering their new production with the high-fidelity Paragon 4 sound system, independently controlled lights, and added details. ScaleTrains is targeting the hyper-detailed collector with their rivet counter line, focusing on specific prototypes, detailed cab interiors, wired grab irons, windshield wipers, and other details. And finally, Bachmann is back in the game with all new tooling, utilizing Soundtraxx Econami decoders and road-specific details. These are not cheap models. MSRPs generally run between $265 and $395 for locomotives with sound. While most of these can technically navigate tighter curves, remember that these long engines are truly designed for a more realistic 12-inch radius curve or larger. So why the SD40-2 frenzy? We have 5 competing models, some even offering the exact same paint scheme like Union Pacific or Norfolk Southern. Here are the most likely reasons. Number 1, the guaranteed seller. The SD40-2 is a proven seller. When manufacturers need a reliable revenue stream to fund smaller projects, they go back to their biggest names. It's the model equivalent of a Hollywood sequel. It's almost guaranteed to make money. Number 2, the tech upgrade cycle. A major driver is the advancement in sound decoders. The last generation of these models is now showing its age, with new, better sounding decoders like Loksound, Paragon 4, and Soundtraxx. Manufacturers have a compelling reason to release a quote-unquote new version to showcase the improved technology. Number 3, prototype precision. Modelers demand accuracy. As technology improves, so does tooling. Manufacturers are chasing the market by offering models with highly specific details, different noses, lighting packages, and dynamic brake hatches, which older tooling simply couldn't handle. And finally, the road name factor. Since the prototype was so widespread, A manufacturer can use the same tooling and release 10 to 15 different paint schemes and road names like CSX, Milwaukee Road, Canadian Pacific, and the G&W family from a single production run, maximizing their return on investment. Is this competition good for us? Well, yes and no. It's great that the competition has driven improved quality, giving us the most highly detailed, best performing, and best sounding SD40-2 models ever. However, I wish the tooling and innovation could be applied to other gaps in locomotives, like retooled GP9s and its rebuilds, or maybe models of a lesser known industrial switcher. But what about you? Do you have any of these locomotives? And how do they run? How do they look through tight curves? Let us know in the comments. And finally, how do you rate these elements in your next locomotive? Put those in the comments as well. And don't forget, like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you on the next 5-Minute Modeler.